before you go to your next stop in the jungle, you told a story about something that happened at Spirit Quest that I'd never heard, and I knew Don Howard well, and we talked a lot, and I asked him about it, and this was a very unique situation where apparently, according to both you and Don Howard, as my recollection serves, it was maybe like the third ceremony night or something like that, third out of four. One cup of ayahuasca was getting you some work done, but they saw that you needed, and maybe you asked for it, I don't know exactly how it went, but that you needed a particularly strong dose in the middle of the room, which was described as something akin to an exorcism. Mm-hmm. And I say that with all, I don't even believe in the actual exorcism like you see in the fucking movies with the priest and all of the nonsense, and that it's an outside demon that comes in and there was an outside demon that was there. None of that shit. But an exorcism is where you're really releasing a lot of the energy that you've compacted into your system. Mm-hmm. And that energy, you could externalize it and anthropomorphize it as some other being, but it's really like your energy. This is my understanding. It's your energy. Mm-hmm. It's in there. And you had accumulated that energy from all of the experiences you'd had. Maybe you carried some of that with you. Maybe some of that was through your epigenetic lineage, and maybe whatever. However it was, you had a lot. Enough so that I remember one night we were in Austin and you were hanging out with a buddy that had just got out of prison. He just got out of prison, and he was like, I was just in prison and I never saw anything like Shawn Chester. like he saw you and he was like, that guy, holy shit. So there was some depth to the shadow that was inside of you. And so Dom Robert and Don Howard brought you to the center of the Maloka. And why don't you tell the story of what happened there that night for you?
Yeah. I think there was this, I could feel it in me. There was an energy that I had protected, I would say, right? It was a darkness that I maybe became very comfortable with, and that I was ready for it to leave. And I was truly ready for it to leave, and I couldn't get it out. It was attached to me. I could feel it in my body. Mm-hmm. It was hard. It was like a stone, like a big stone just stuck inside of me, very comfortable, that I had protected for a long time.
My pet demon.
It was my own. I held it. It was mine. And I think I had it for a long time. And at that moment, I was committed to getting it out. And boy, they helped me. I think it was maybe 3 cups.
And 3 cups of the Don Robert, Don Howard brew it's heavy.
Yeah, it was heavy.
That's heavy.
I still couldn't vomit. I wouldn't vomit. I couldn't poop. I couldn't do anything to get it out.
No purge.
Until they went to work. Uh-huh. And they were like surgeons on me. And I could feel it starting to move. And all I wanted to do was get it out. I was just hoping and pushing and fighting and pulling and wanting it out. And I think we got a piece of it. Right? I think we definitely got a chunk of it in that ceremony, and that's when I knew it's time to go.
Well, that was more. I mean, that's a euphemism for what the story is that happened. Apparently, people saw some shit that came out of you at that point.
That's what I hear, yes.
Like many people report, because they were watching this as a spectacle. You got, this is unusual. You're in the center of the mud. No, it happens, like they sometimes will do healings, the chupar, which is like the sucking healing. And there's sometimes different healings that'll go on in the center, different from the outside healings, the bentheadas that happen in the perimeter. Occasionally someone will be drawn to the middle. Rare though. But anyways, it draws your attention when that's happening. And you were in there, and I talked to some other people in the circle, and they said they saw something leave your body.
It left. Yeah. I mean, it was real.
Yeah.
So whatever that is, that little friend of energy that I decided to be friends with for way too long, we no longer were friends. And I could feel it come out.
Yeah.
And it was very difficult. It's very hard, but I was so committed and so open. That was when I knew I understood what focus was becoming and how to truly become in control over myself and my mind and my body. I knew that it was time, and I felt that I was built for it. I felt that I had the strength to do it. And and it came out, and it was something pretty extraordinary for me.
Yeah.
And after that happened, though, that's when I knew for me, it was time to go deeper. I needed to go away from this being the spectacle with other people there.
Right.
And I needed to do some private journeys, because if that was able to do that under those circumstances, then how far could I go, and where's the end of this? There's no end of this.
There's no, I found
out
so it
later,
took you deeper
Right.
into the jungle.
But that's when I started doing
And so
this.
for people who want to understand this in a way, I mean, the way that this energy works is you become a vessel that's no longer suitable for the darkness, as far as I understand it. And so the pushing of, whenever they're blowing smoke into you or they're doing something like that, they're pushing enough positive energy, enough light, enough love, that your vessel becomes unsuitable for the darkness. So it's like a splinter that's getting pushed out of a healthy
At the same time,
skin.
you have to do it too. I found what they're doing is also making me comfortable enough, but I have to do the work.
Sure.
No one was going to do that for me. I could figure that out.
Sure.
I could feel that. And so as much as it was difficult emotionally in my mind, it was very physically difficult also. But you start to feel it budge a hair, and you know you're onto something, right? And so if it can move a hair, then it can get out.
Yeah.
And
if
so
it bleeds, we can kill it.
Right. And I knew it, and I felt a little excitement there. And I was a little private warrior there. I'm like, okay, it's on. This is, I can. This is my next battle. I got you.
Yeah.
You're nothing.
Yeah.
So we went to war. We went to battle.